NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. This is Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Beard. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, Aaron Gordon is progressing as a shooter. He said, what I've done is connected my three, my pull-up, and my free throw. They're all the same shot now. I'm going to keep trusting my skill, and eventually it'll all come together. With my motor, I feel like whatever I'm doing out there, I can just keep going and going. Kevin?
Tremendous athleticism. Thanks, D.A. Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Elfrid Payton is out there with Barrett. And it's Morris in at the 3 spot. And for the Spurs, we got Aaron Gordon. Bryant is out there with Paul. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. And it's O'Neal in at the 5 spot. The starting gate, opening night in the NBA, Brent. What are you most looking forward to?
I just like to see who it is that, in terms of their competitive spirit right now, is coming out of training camp hungry. Let's see in the next couple of weeks which team jumps out and which coaching staffs have done a great job preparing their team coming out of camp. Now, we know that teams can fall off, Kevin. The talent will catch up. Other veteran teams may get themselves back into a rhythm. But coming out of training camp, how much more together are teams and teams that have made changes? What are they playing like?
What's the chemistry?
Let's find out how they're going to play this year.
And O'Neal, just a brute on the block, simply overpowers the opposition.
Payton kicks to Robinson. Morris, left side. That one doesn't drop. So the Spurs will take it the other way. On pass to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And Chris Paul had his best right there on that kind of play. A legendary distributor who spots the open man.
New York with the ball. 4-point game. Payton looking it over. Morris outside. 6 to shoot. Back to Payton. Stolen by O'Neal. Oh, and here we go. Kobe's got it with a fast break chance. And Bryant slams it in.
And how about O'Neal zipping passes over to his guys, using that height to find open teammates?
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Got a piece of it. And another turnover here by New York.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
Paul dishes to Bryant. Back to Paul. Pass to O'Neal. 5 on the clock. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. A baseline J. The shot by Bryant, no good.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Now, here is Robinson. The pass to Barrett from the arc. O'Neal with the rebound. The Spurs have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Stolen by Robinson. Here's Payton, and Payton throws it down hard.
Now, Payton seems to have a knack for getting to the right spot, and this time predicted it.
And it's Paul with the ball for the Spurs. With some arc, and that's 2 points on the layup.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Knicks trail by 6. And here is Payton. Morris outside. Knocked away. That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
A moment here to see some numbers for Peyton. A very nice season for him last year. Averaged 10 points per game, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
I think coaches appreciate a guy that comes in and knows how to run the offense with some intelligence. That's exactly what he does.
Well, the Knicks had a lot of turnover trading for expiring contracts. They did what they could to accommodate the wishes of a lot of vets.
Yeah, the problem right now for the Knicks is they're not inviting to a lot of free agents, and that's really where they're trying to make their play. So fascinating over the course of the past decade that New York has not been able to attract the top-tier talent. So building through the draft, Coach Fizdale hopeful that they'll land a star one way or another.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Robinson. Peyton against Paul with the shot. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. Here's Paul. To the inside. Here's O'Neal. Lights out Gordon. He gets stolen by Randall. He lobs it up and finished off by Robinson.
You risk getting torched when somebody's open. Peyton's skilled enough to find the open man.
Spurs have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And it's Bryant at the elbow. Goes up the baseline, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists tonight. Knicks trail by 4. Knocks it loose. And now Bryant pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
A great instincts of Paul there, solid at creating havoc in the open court and then coming up with a steal.
So it's the Knicks now. Now Peyton passes it to Barrett. Pass to Morris. Just fine to shoot. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. The Knicks shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And a new group in for the Knicks. Portis, who's checked in for Robinson. Kevin Knox comes in for Randall. Terrence Ross is checked in for Barrett. And Alonzo Triers subbed in for Peyton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA. Now he does produce.
And great big man to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
A different look now for San Antonio. Miami's checked in for O'Neal. Gay comes in for Jonathan Isaac. And it's White in for Chris Paul. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Dodson's checked in for Marcus Morris. Now here's White. He kicks to Bryant. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. Bryant's got 9.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
He's off on the first.
Well, it was a season of rebuilding, and Damian Dotson was certainly a bright spot for the Knicks, a guy that just loves to let it fly, and he found his way into some minutes after some roster turnover and made the best of his chances for Coach Fizdale.
Now here's White. And there's the pass to Kobe. Shot from the wing. That one, no good. So New York will take it the other way. And for Dotson.
Kevin, if being a second-round pick isn't the thing we should be talking about, it's about Dotson spending 4 years in college and coming in with a more mature perspective so that when the opportunity arose for him to take advantage, he would do so. It looks like he's found a spot in the league.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Here's Knox after the basket by San Antonio. Some solid defense from Gay.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that
A
dunk?
nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Here's Trier, light covering, out to the right wing. 1:46 left in the first quarter. Here's Knox, and the layup's good off the glass.
Well, Knox finding his way around the rim and then pretty versatile to finish.
San Antonio leading by 7. On the wing, Bryant. 10 points in the game so far.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Knicks have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Here's Trier. Ross passes to Trier. Clock at 6. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, have you settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
San Antonio with the ball. The Knicks making the shot. And White kicks to Bryant. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And here are the Knicks now, following the three-pointer by Kobe Bryant. Here's Knox, and that one is stuck right through.
Knox getting up there and showing the power he possesses.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game. White with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And it's Bryant in the corner. They double-team Kobe. Back to Amy. The feed to Gordon. Up and in on the layup. And the Spurs lead by 10.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
And so it's San Antonio going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And we'll be back with you shortly. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3-4 in the morning.
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And New York looking at who they got. Knocks out there with Portis. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Trier in at the point guard position.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion.
Trier passes to Ross. Here's Dotson. Off target from outside. Spurs leading by 12. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional, gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. New York again turning it over. A different look for New York. Julius Randle's checked in for Damian Dotson. There it comes in for Terrence Ross. And it's Peyton in for Alonzo Trier. Here's Paul. Gay with no one around. They get it again. O'Neal. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Shaq's got the lead up to 14. Now for the Spurs. Shaq's gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Peyton kicks to Randle. Pass to Knox. Takes the 13-footer and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
This will help to open up some space if Kevin Knox can stay consistent from that mid-range.
Paul outside. Paul is doubled. Out to the wing. Lets it go from 11. Shaq's shot is off. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's on R.J. Barrett.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Portis, and Morris subbed in for Kevin Knox. The free throw off from O'Neal. Brent, for your money, who's the most complete player in the NBA right now?
Over the course of the past 2 years, nobody has impressed me more with his complete game than Kevin Durant. What he has done defensively has just been tremendous. And I know you have guys like Giannis, you have guys like Harden, you have guys like LeBron James, who are incredible players.
And Kawhi,
and Kawhi Leonard. Yeah. But Kevin Durant, to me, still is one of the most impressive complete players that we have in the game.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. Third is Chris Paul.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
And Robinson comes to help. O'Neal inside. Robinson on him. And there's Shaq. That's good on the assist by Rudy Gay.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard ran in the NBA was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to the perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage for them.
Payton passes to Robinson. Randall left side. Poke loose. Payton against White. It's Gay on the wing. A three ball. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so Payton will bring it up for the New York Knicks.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. San Antonio leading by 21. Passes it to Gay. And they double up Paul. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton.
All right, a chance to see stats for Paul. Coming off a terrific season. 3rd in assists, and his ability to pressure and disrupt defensively was obvious. He ranked 3rd in the league in steals.
And as you mentioned, top 3 in assists last year. He did a great job of setting the pace, finding the open man, making the simple delivery. And the Spurs with possession. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Just 4 to shoot. Here's White. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. White's got 4 points this quarter. They're really on their heels at this point.
Yeah, on both ends of the floor, Kevin. They've lost some confidence along the way.
New York calls timeout. A 29th pick in 2017 by the Spurs. Their injuries last year created an opportunity for Derek White to show Greg what he can do with steady minutes.
And White at 6'4", capable of manning either guard spot. A shooter, a playmaker, and an all-defensive team in college. He is definitely a keeper.
Some changes here for the Spurs. McDermott's checked in for Gay. And it's Mills in for White. Here's Robinson. Morris passes to Randall. Here's Payton. That 3 off the mark.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Mills. The pass to McDermott. And here's Gordon from outside. A new 14-second shot clock for San Antonio. Second shot opportunity. Back to Bryant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. On the wing. And it's Gordon missing. New York's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Barrett with the ball. Working on Bryant. Down low. Here's Payton. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's the call. San Antonio the foul.
Well, we've seen indications of Peyton and his all-around game, but you just would want to see the evolution of the shot come along, just more consistent from the outside. That's the next step.
Ross, who's checked in for the Knicks. Now, here's Mills. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Mahimi. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. You know, Brett, we know guys love really jawing at each other. What was your criteria for issuing a double technical trash talk?
Yeah, in today's game, it's kind of like it could be a whisper
Right.
or a wink, you know, the way that they look at
both sides, doesn't it?
And they just try to curtail anything that could escalate, Kevin. That's really what the referees are doing. As soon as they see some kind of body movement or see guys starting that way, they want to cut it off before anything else happens. So the criteria is a little bit confusing. I like to see them get after a little bit.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced a miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
The Knicks shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. And the wide open shot from Morris. Off target from three-point range. Outside, Kobe goes to the reverse layup and pops it in. Bryant's got 16.
Well, this is something he's working on. A good natural leader from the point guard position wants to help out by becoming a better facilitator.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Deep 2 from Ross. First shot, first miss. He's out of the blocks fast.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Ross with the steal. And now the fast break. Ross with the ball. Here's Morris. Rebounded by the Spurs. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
I love seeing Bryant just get up and go for it. His leaping ability never ceases to impress.
New York's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Morris outside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. You look at Robinson, second in the NBA, a great defender.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Right side, Bryant. Hits it from three-point range. Kobe's got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, you got to know Bryant looking to shoot as soon as he gets the ball. The D can't give him any daylight.
Trier passes to Ross. Back to Trier. Floats one up. And the rejection by Mahimi.
+8 in the rebound differential. 1 between the two teams.
Here's Trier, covered by Mills. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Rudy Gay's checked in for Gordon. Bellinelli comes in for Bryant. And Derek White subbed in for Patty Mills. The Knicks also changing it up. Portis, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Kevin Knox comes in for Marcus Morris. And Damian Dotson subbed in for Barrett. And here's Gay. He has 5. And he banks in the layup. Gay's got 7 points in the game.
Good driving inside. Rudy Gay's agile on that possession, knifing into the rim.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs.
Kevin, thank you. Aaron, you all have played at a high level so far. What has worked for you?
We're just sticking to the game plan. You know, our coaches really drew up something good for us.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show. And what a show being put on here. Some incredible work in this one by Kobe Bryant. He had 23 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal. After a subpar performance in their previous contest, he has come on strong tonight. His first half, sensation. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
How good are these guys on the fast break? They're pushing the ball, finding the open man, finishing strong. They're at a breakneck pace, and if they can maintain this level of intensity in the second half, blowout city.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
The first thing to say is, what's up with the turnovers? Jeez. You can live with some missed shots and stuff like that, but you can't keep turning the ball over. Crushing for a team. It just saps all your confidence when you play a half like that, Ernie. Ugh.
And that's all we have for now.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, I mean, he has been everywhere.
Ooh, that first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, the defense has got to be a little bit embarrassed. There is no reason why he should just be on top of that rim.
They've got Chris Paul. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Gordon. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal. And it's Bryant in at the 2. That's the San Antonio 5.
An expanding offensive game for Julius Randle, as the first few years he was driving in with his head down and not able to finish around taller players on the interior part of defenses. But last year, tremendous finisher, added some three-point shooting, and was much better from the mid-range. He becomes a bit of a matchup nightmare if he's got all 3 of those things working.
And Brent, the blend of strength, agility, and speed makes Randle a handful when he's going downhill.
He's dangerous around the rim, Kevin, and if he's got a live dribble where he's caught the ball around the elbow or the top of the key and could put the ball down on the deck and get up to speed, he becomes tough to guard. Be really interesting if the Knicks can explore him in some transition opportunities, getting out on the break where he might be able to rebound and push it out, a la a Draymond Green type of play.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And DA, that's when he is at his best. Thank you. 2 on the clock. Morris, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
It's Kobe Bryant on the wing. They double-team Kobe. Pass to O'Neal. Over Barrett. Kicks it out to Gordon. Over in the corner, Isaac. From outside, off the mark. For New York, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Morris passes to Payton. Back to Morris. Payton in the corner. Over Gordon. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start this.
Of Chris Paul as the point guard, that pass-first DNA, amazing what he's done when you think back through his entire career.
Payton finds Randle. Now Morris. Back to Randle. Payton in the corner. To end the cold streak. Rebound San Antonio. O'Neal's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
Payton kicks to Barrett. Ball's knocked loose. Kobe with the steal. Now here's Isaac, covered by Morris. Shaq dishing to Kobe. Kicks it out to Paul. Launches it. That's in. Coming off an assist by Kobe. Kobe's got his 4th assist in this one.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
Tipped away. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Bryant's running. And Shaq with the slam.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Payton against Paul. And it's sent back by O'Neal.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length. Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Payton against Paul. Up top, Morris. Now, here's Barrett. He's covered closely. 6 to shoot. Bounce pass from Morris. No one near Payton as he lets it go. New York, no good that time either.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And the dunk by Kobe.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
Barrett with the ball. Allen Bryant, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. For the Knicks, Portis, who's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Kevin Knox comes in for Marcus Morris. And Damian Dotson subbed in for Barrett. Here's Dotson, guarded by Kobe. Shot clock at 5. Dotson the pass to Portis. And the shot goes in.
And with that much needed basket, he finally ends that 17-0 run by the Spurs.
Time. Look now for San Antonio. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Gordon. Gay comes in for Jonathan Isaac. And it's Wyden for Kobe. The Knicks also changing it up. Terrence Ross is checked in for Randall. And Alonzo Triers subbed in for Alfred Payton. Paul with the bucket.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Knicks have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Here's Dotson. Portis trying to free himself. The teardrop falls in.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard him and where your point of commitment is.
The alley-oop layup, very well done.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Trier, that's good. And so it's Paul bringing it up for San Antonio. Gay outside. And the Spurs scoring again.
And this is Rudy Gay's game, outstanding at seizing the initiative and then looking to shoot once he catches the ball.
Here's Dotson. White covering, and White with the block. Ball looking over the floor. O'Neal high post. Portis brings the double team. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's San Antonio now. McDermott dishes to Paul. Shaq down low. Defended by Portis. Great D that time from Portis.
Kevin Knox was a bit of a mixed bag in his rookie season, and that's to be expected on a team that didn't have a tremendous amount of consistent talent on the floor. He struggled with his scoring and showed some flashes shooting the ball. It'll be interesting in year 2 where it is that Kevin Knox has made some improvements in the offseason.
White, good.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Here's Trier. He's got 6. Outside Portis. Good on the three-point shot. Portis has got 5 points in the quarter.
It does so much out there to stretch out the defense. And he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
The drive by Paul. That one falls.
Chris Paul always in control. Even when he gets hit, he keeps his balance on the tough shot, and he gets to the and one.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And last season, 86% from the line. So he's always had that calm presence at the line, no matter the situation.
At this point in his career, Chris Paul is all about trying to get that elusive championship. Will play whatever role it takes to get that mission done.
To the wing right side. Knox the pass to Trier. Here's Dotson. Pass to Knox. Shot clock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot. Fires for 3, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. San Antonio calls timeout.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team, Greg.
Mahaney's checked in for the Spurs. Bellinelli comes in for Chris Paul. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. White with it. He has 7. From the low block. Uses the glass that time, and it's good.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And this team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Right back after this break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. San Antonio's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. E.J. Augustine out there with Trier. Then it's Trey Lyons, and it's Knox in at the fourth. Nick shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Here's Trier. And the rejection by Mahinmi. Now here's White in the corner. It's Bellinelli. Wants to get it to Gay and does. Lets it go. And another basket for San Antonio.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Kicks it to Augustine. Here's Trier. And it's Gay with the rebound. White looking around. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Brett, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, you know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win.
I'd like to see more.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
Gay, right side. And that one is good. Gay's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the New York Knicks. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. Pass to Knox. Good. Nice job down low.
Well, you love to see that Knox just inviting the contact and doesn't mind it one bit. Wants to show he's got the strength.
San Antonio calls timeout. Well, you knew it was going to take some time for Kevin Knox, but Greg, at the end of last season, he began to show flashes of what he could do.
You could almost see the game starting to slow down for him about halfway through the season. Consistency is something all rookies struggle with, but it hit Knox especially hard. Fortunately, that is something that passes with time.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And then for New York, Ando comes in for Kevin Knox. And it's Dennis Smith in for Trier.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Count that bucket. Smith's got his first basket of the night.
That wasn't easy. Dennis Smith Jr. with a high degree of difficulty on that one.
Kobe against Smith. And the pass to O'Neal. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Bryant's got 6 assists in the game.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Miles, no good.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Spurs passing it around. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right?
It is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James whose $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought about Jordan too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
Randall, no good. And here are the Spurs. They're on a 14-4 run. Bryant passes to O'Neal. And Morris comes over to help. Shot's good by Shaq.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Pass to Smith. Shoots over Kobe. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Kobe Bryant. Well, after passing on drafting him at the 8th pick in 2017, the Knicks got Dennis Smith anyway, and he's a big part of their future.
Interesting to see offensively how it is that Dennis Smith grows under David Fizdale and how they're going to operate this season. Obviously, you want to be an extension if you're the point guard of the coaching staff. Lots of pressure on Dennis Smith to perform consistently for this Knicks team to remain competitive.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. Now, I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Oberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
And again, it's the Knicks missing. San Antonio's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes. Ball outside. Bryant gets a wide open look. Here's Shaq. Isaac kicks to Shaq. Passes to Paul. Just 5 on the clock. Over Morris. And Paul with the basket on the assist by Gordon.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
New York's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Smith outside. Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches? No. Well, I don't know if...
if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game.
Yeah.
Somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. Quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time.
Yeah.
Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys. As the season goes on, you just don't see that.
They need this. And again, it's the Knicks missing. And so it's Paul bringing it up for San Antonio. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. And that one drops.
That's when Chris Paul kicks in that extra gear, 4th to 5th. And I love how he slips past the D on the drive.
1:44 left in the game. The Knicks shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
And the Knicks with possession here.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Spurs.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it will go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. Kevin Knox comes in for Morris. We've got 1:18 left to play in the final quarter. Feeds it to Mahinmi, and Mahinmi with the stop.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. New York's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Augustine passes to Smith. Back to Augustine. Lets a floater go. Pass to Lyles. There's the pass to Knox. No good on that one. And the Spurs going the other way now. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth. And here's White. In the corner, it's Bellinelli. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Bellinelli against Augustine. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. $19 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
White against Augustine. Outside, White. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers. David, thank you as always. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Brett Berry, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.